Finally graduated. I'm going to block all of them tonight, ending the "my dad will beat up your dad" arguments. What is the phobia of chainsaws called? Common sense. The internet has significantly improved since Russians have started buying video cameras. Just walked up on two of my department managers kissing. One of them is married. Congrats on your promotion. What normal people see versus what I see. A gorilla versus 6 16-year-olds with baseball bats. Who wins? The gorilla's staring at the final teenager before turning them into a red paste. Stand proud. I never knew how serious FedEx was when they said they deliver straight to your door. I hate public bathrooms. Bro, why is the door so short? Antarctica without ice. I would love to battle over this in a mech suit when I'm 104 years of age. Rapper has gold chains for hair hanging from hooks surgically implanted into his head. Wonder what his scrap value is. I'm wheezing. Even Twitch hates you guys. I hate women. This title may conflict with Twitch's moderation policy. I hate men. ADHDers spending the day in waiting mode because they have a thing at 2 p.m. Keep your hands low, sit very still, drive safe, and enjoy all the looks you get. My 5-year-old niece was asked to write down her daily routine, and I couldn't relate more. Wake up, stretch, have a moment, busy. I'm going to strap a GoPro to my head and run straight at this tornado. Officially, we strongly advise you against doing this. However, should you do it anyway, please send us a video. Me, hating on Skibidi Toilet, but remembering what I used to like when I was a kid. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. It's been 10 years, and he still doesn't care. 1 decade ago carries so much weight. How I sleep at night knowing I will never go cave diving. Yep, never doing that. Never, 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 never. Someone got mad that Walmart was out of almond milk, then started a fire. Currently thinking about the deep sea internet cables. Bro is camping on the mother flipping y-axis. Sundays are for fine dining. 250 a plate, undisclosed location. We weren't going to ask, I promise. This kid has been staring at a picture of broccoli for about 15 minutes now. He keeps zooming in and out and looking over every branch. Finals week has really taken a lot out of some people. Getting Domino's for my bitch. That bitch will enjoy every bite. I took a ride and suddenly found myself in a Windows XP background. It's a strange feeling when you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back at you. Maybe it was a window. Adulthood isn't always work and bills. Sometimes it's meat and cheese on a piece of wood. Expectations versus reality. Who dares awaken us from our slumber? George Michael, Faith. I committed tax fraud while listening to this song back in 1999. Future lawyer, he was told not to step a foot outside. Flies when they enter your house versus flies when they're trying to leave. Cop car's been sitting outside our house for 2 hours, all because of a stupid joke of a name for our Wi-Fi. What's the name? Drug Grow House. If someone from the 1950s suddenly appeared today, what would be the most difficult thing to explain to them about life today? I possess a device in my pocket that is capable of accessing the entirety of information known to man. I use it to look at pictures of cats and get in arguments with strangers. What if Gordon Ramsay voiced a GPS? Great job, you missed the exit, you disgrace. Alright, Capture, we've had our differences in the past, but the code you entered is incorrect. Try again. I'm pretty sure I got this one right. The only time I've ever won a race. If you're a human or cat, you're going to love this blog. I saw this post and smiled with the cursor hovering over the heart button, but then I remembered I'm a twin. I didn't win. It was a draw. Why is there a whisper in the bathroom? I hate when people say you don't need alcohol to have fun. Well, you don't need running shoes to run, but it helps. What a nice tree. I love trees. Size comparison between a chicken egg and a whale egg. I miss Vine, Tarzan's last thought as he plummets to the jungle floor. I knew my girl was going to dump me, so I set up a profile called Add Profile on her Netflix account, and 3 years later I'm still watching. Ancient philosophers versus modern. Life is soup, and I am full. Cyclist repeatedly fails capture test after failing to identify images with traffic lights. This guy I met on Tinder in March keeps mailing me small chunks of meat and locks of his hair. Jesus was here. Water. I'm not okay. Yeah, nor am I. But I found this out ages ago. A woman is stunned when her new driver's license came back with a picture of an empty chair. Interesting way to discover that you're a vampire. You will never eat chicken nuggets again. This is manufacturing of rubber bands, not chicken nuggets. You have to survive 20 minutes with one of them to receive 100 million. Nah, the hippo will make mince meat of you. I'm going with the gator. He'll be chilling and looking like he's dead for 15 of the 20 minutes. My mom forgot to bring money to a restaurant, so she left me as collateral while she goes and gets her wallet from home. I'm sitting here alone, being monitored, bro. I'm an adult. What Americans say versus what it means. I'm afraid of Americans. This is super real. I think my favorite one is challenging, driving me completely nuts. If you take pictures of the forest and sort of duplicate it vertically, you get these weird sort of nonsense spaces I find interesting. Pillared had rooms. Once I was at a party and they asked me what my dad did for a living, and I said that he died when I was 12, and of course I hear the collective, "Ah, I'm so sorry." And then I hear some girl whisper from the back, "Whoa." She didn't say that. "You're halfway to becoming Batman." I came across an abandoned elementary school today. It did not take me too long to nope the hell out of there. What would the insides of an angel look like? Like this, I think. Just saw a billboard where all you could see was, "Yippies." Here. Drove by it again. Me. I'm bored. Big green arrow. Rob the gas station. Which character is this? Design. Personality. That's Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants. Your trauma is severe. The way you engage with the world and manage your emotions is being affected by your negative childhood experiences. Womp womp, womp womp. Toilet's broken, bruh. By the way, not everyone has an iPhone. I feel you. Bro has the Egyptian SE. I'm watching Worst Cooks in America, and one of them cut an avocado like this. She is strong as hell. Invest in public transportation. I wish this is how we moved around the world. I hate the way this girl dances. Okay, but the plot of that video was that she's dancing wood because no one can see her. I can, and it's upsetting. Failure to reach the heavens. Men, what can you offer a woman who has her own house, car, and money? A congrats on being an adult. Biologist, microbiologist, molecular biologist. This gorgeous house with an entire prison can be yours for only $350,000. I don't know how to explain it, but these shoes look like The Weeknd. Unmedicated. Medicated. Still wanting to die, but now I'm sweeping. Color of your t-shirt plus the object to your right equals your superhero name. Gray water bottle. Cool. How lazy are you? I will keep pressing keys, hoping that autocorrect will realize was meant to be, because what comes to your mind when you see Greta Thunberg? That the journey from her eyebrows to her hairline would require fossil fuels. Americans will measure with anything but the metric system. Doggy-sized pothole patched on north side. Air fryers are so funny because it's like, that's an oven. They made easy bakes for adults. America's worst nightmare. California, Florida. I do not appreciate America with others. Please don't ever say that again. I've been a vegetarian since age 12. I just had the chorizo and it's so good. Texture and flavor is exactly like real meat. Do you mean sofritas? Chorizo is meat. No, I had chorizo because I'm vegetarian. I don't eat meat. Chorizo is meat, Becky. Well, after my chorizo incident yesterday, I decided to keep this meat train rolling. When I'm angry, I project Justin Timberlake's picture onto this styrofoam head and start verbally abusing him. Everyone look at the print I got at an estate sale of a man holding up a bunch of slices of pizzas, like they're fish he caught. The flex I like to see. No footage, just a piece of paper. Here, fraud. Eggplants more than 99% of the time. Eggplants when the dude who gets to name them shows up. Sweet office jobs. Construction sites. There is going to be a fist fight today. If you can't picture your job being done by a pig wearing clothes in a children's book, it's not a real job and you add no real value to society. Another 4 kilograms of copper recovered and added to my ingot collection. Get this man on the Romanian National Olympics team immediately. Life is not easy as a man. Have you tried putting down a couple onions? Hamburger meat and mustard. I get down, I don't play. Why are you eating like a Rottweiler? Scientists recently placed a 10-piece set of matching Tupperware in a sealed chamber. When they opened it a month later, the chamber had 24 lids that did not match any of the 6 remaining containers. Me, watching people queue for half an hour for the flight we all have assigned seats on. Me, going up the stairs behind a girl. Man, nice floor. Dude in my class, fighting sands right now. You got this, bro. Working in the trucking industry isn't so bad, you just have to get used to it. Bob, age 30. What people think the 90s looked like versus what they actually looked like. Is British food really that bad? If made correctly, yes. Whoever decided to sell this drone to my grandma, I'm coming for you. Coworker saw my lunch and reported me to HR. You gotta be a stray cat. Please warn us before posting a pee-pee pic. I was telling my 1-year-old nephew we should have got tacos instead of pizza, and he replied, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Who would win in a fight? Dream. Skibbity toilet law analyzer. Someone sent me this image on Discord. Chinese woman stuns that is I don't know. What the fuck? So, you can fossilize stuff in 20 years. Okay, didn't know that. Never forget the time a Japanese store thought fucking was just American slang for really good. My cat ripped open his favorite toy. This is my grandma sewing it back together. Football player apologizes for watching the Polar Express in the locker room at halftime while his team was losing 27-3. I gave my dog a tortilla chip 10 minutes ago, and she won't eat it. She's just staring at me with it in her mouth. She's waiting for the salsa. They only have 12 types of resources in the future, sentenced to die in the Hunger Games. Because I asked President Snow, what district, what the fuck? How has this got anything to do with, why did I download this? This is what they're doing in school now? Obviously I'm jealous. My class is watching 90 Days Fiancé, and we're supposed to wave a red flag every time we see a red flag. This is for a grade. Having to ID 3 11-year-olds at work because they had Bud Lights, and the boy's name on the ID was Rick and Morty. And when I declined it, the boys tried to fight me, and my manager had to detain them. I accidentally texted my wife with voice recognition while playing the trombone. I sure do hope my egg doesn't crack. I love people who comment under sitcom videos like they're real life. This is the worst Peter has ever been. At this point, he's just in pain. How I sleep, knowing I will never get community noted. Think again, bitch. My job gave me this. Freak in the sheets. Customer told me her idea. I drew it up. Mortal Kombat 1 developer breaks down Omni-Man. This screenshot makes it look like Omni-Man is recording a reaction video of himself in the game. Y'all still paying for peanuts? The internet has forever poisoned my mind. I cannot look at this loading screen in Skyrim without laughing. This food truck in my town has a Super Mario Kart while you wait. You're short, Ben. You're stupid and poor, but I can wear lifts. Ben seriously saying, you're stupid and poor, but I can wear lifts. To a bot made to call him short. It's so funny. This Japanese restaurant has a vegan version of their noodles, and instead of taking a new photo, they just censored out the egg. What we're really touching when we swim in the ocean. What we think we're touching in the water. You forgot this panel. Poisonous sea urchin you heard about once in a documentary and are afraid of encountering even though you're currently in a lake in Ohio. That sounds very specific. When will the skate park be reopened? When there's not a pandemic? I'm a tad bit more worried about businesses and the well-being of working adults than a skate park. That's because you can't kickflip, Greg. Me, watching someone get cooked for an opinion I agree with. I just walked into my room, holding the remote and a glass of chocolate milk, and I meant to toss the remote into my bed. But instead, I tossed the glass of chocolate. Everyone has done this. I usually do it with water though. Not enough yeast in the world for how much bread I'm about to make. I lost 3 grand. What if we were at Taco Bell together and 50 mice crawled out of my eyes and ate all your food? The face of a man with a $400 tummy ache. My dad sending out Christmas cards. The first Christmas since the divorce. 40 is a weird age because you either look like a college graduate or a retired bowler. There are 2 sides of me. The nicest trail you will ever meet and a twisted psychopath. A lot of famous recipes are claimed to be made with love, but what's a dish that's probably made with hatred? Anything 2 minutes before closing by a line cook. Greenland is farther east, west, north, and south than Iceland. For some reason, I absolutely hate this information. Your grill is filthy, has poor temperature control, and for some idiot reason, has the heating element below the food, so fat drips into it and catches fire. There's a better way to cook it in your kitchen. I think you just suck at it, bro. In America, I have fruit polos and lollipops. Be jealous. Oh my, do many people not know what fruit polos are? They are heaven. In America, we call them lifesavers. They can be chewy or hard candy. Polos aren't chewy, and they also come in mint. This week on Britain Thinks It's Special. This week on America Copies Everything from Britain. Lifesavers candy was first created in 1912. Polo mints were developed in 1939. This week on Britain Steal Things from Other Countries. Things are heating up in the candy fandom. Our daughter flawlessly recreated our 30-year-old senior photos. Today's Papa John's called my Starbucks, and they were like, are you guys interested in a trade? And 5 frappuccinos later, and they gave us 2 large pizzas and a large order of cheesy bread. Okay, but this seems adorable, like kids at lunch. This is what my coffee shop does with the Subway next door. Each large latte equals 1 6-inch sandwich. We trade at noon and 7 p.m. This is how the world should run. When the scam likely call center owner says they did not mean to call me 12 times and can't pay my lawsuit for $5,000 per call. I just said, I don't think I can do this anymore, and shot a cap gun and dropped the phone. I never got another call. I'm cosplaying as a background character. One of my friends came to Expo with us as an NPC. He kept this really pleasant generic smile on his face the whole day, and all he would say was, welcome to Expo. Wow, I can't believe I'm at the Expo. In the exact same tone of voice, and a whole bunch of people understood. It was amazing. Why are you photographing trains? Do you work for the rail company? Are you the media? It's a hobby. There are tons and tons of people who do it for fun. Not just here in the US, but around the world. So it's a hobby. Why can't you enjoy it in the privacy of your own home? Because trains don't run through my home. One new message. Press to unlock. The 12-year-olds on this website get really mad if you point out the fact that they're 12. Are you serious? Not every 12-year-old gets really angry. Sometimes people are just so dumb. This is almost as fun as playing Spot the Vegan. Spot the Vegan. Yeah, the vegan is the one who isn't killing or harming animals just because they taste good. Found the vegan. Gives you pain meds for wrist surgery. In a bottle you can't possibly open because because you just had written. Or you can use your other hand you're using to take this photo. My girlfriend's cat likes to steal bagel bites. When you catch him, he pretends to be asleep. Catches rainwater for you to use in the squirty gun. This is so necessary. I want 12. My future son looks like a South Park character. Like the video if you would let Obama crash on your couch for a couple of months. My mic pretty bad too. Still works. My cousin went swimming with dolphins the other day, and let's just say it could have gone better. Buoyancy successfully opened the bedroom door this morning. I will never again know peace. Worst bastard of having hands. Why is it called an Xbox 360? Because when you see it, you'll turn 360 degrees and walk away. Then you'd walk into it because that's a perfect circle. No, it isn't. After coming out as lesbian to my father. Dad, sorry, but you can never bring a girl home. Why not? She would turn straight as soon as she lays eyes on me. I asked my dad for $10. He said, sure, it's in the top left drawer of my computer desk. Thanks, Dad. What I see versus what my dad sees. I decorated my friend's office cube for his birthday. He loved it. I sent my parents a picture of the sunset in Japan. They sent me a picture 20 minutes later of the sunrise from Florida. If you didn't know already, similar to cats, huskies defy all laws of physics. They took their staff photo without my friend, so he photoshopped himself in. I'm having a stroke. Gents, do epic shit. Ladies, smile. You're losing weight. Autism and ADHD gift guide. Wrong. Autistic and ADHD gift is the tortilla chip hat. Drew War and Despicable Me too. Yo. You don't care if he's friends with other girls? Them. Me. You realize men cheating has nothing to do with how attractive you are, right? I love this video because cats lick to show dominance and bunnies receive licks to show dominance. They both think they're in charge here. Is this a joke? When did a Candyland character escape into our universe? This guy is reading a whole book on the bus. Reading is not only fun, but it's fundamental. That's why y'all are dumb now, because you didn't read enough books growing up. Gamers, depression. Guys, I found the cure for depression. It's actually when your girlfriend buys you a cake because you're sad, and you take a giant bite out of it like an animal. They like men, so women are better. I still don't see the problem with them liking men. Why would you go for a disgusting, rough-skinned, deep-voiced orc when women exist? Robert De Niro, age 7 in 1950. This is a bit hard to process. He has an iPad face. Indian Air Force helicopters in the 1970s. Only the real ones will understand who this guy is. He's a pork chop. I ordered this steak. Looks small as hell, so I got my scale and weighed 3.5. I knew it was the FBI. The entire global financial system. Excel's 97 to 2003 files still working. Why is male country music like hot girls in teeny tiny shorts, I will make you my wife, bear my children, front porch family values casseroles, and female country music is like, oops, I killed my husband. Oopsie, I ended up 1.5 hours away from home at 4 AM, climbing a waterfall in 35-degree weather while barefoot and alone. Man knows he must ride unexpected urge to clean as far as it will take him. I could be doing other things, but I have to take advantage of this while I still can. I don't know a woman alive that doesn't appreciate a fit guy in a pair of grey sweatpants. I'm a woman who is alive and isn't ever attracted to men in any context. Well, I don't know you, so my point stands. I actually will purposely say cringy things to make a situation awkward because it's funny to me. You're saying that I should stop caring about what other people think of me? Yes, thank you. Nobody. Motivational speaker. I started a restaurant with only one rice. No matching jobs for guy who guards 2 pathways and only tells the truth. The job market is abysmal. So I got my first tattoo. Home job. Why did you get the Star of David tattooed on you? You never struck me as a religious person. It's a pentagram. Penta, 5 points. Yours has 6, which makes it the Star of David. I'm sorry, what? This boy found and fixed a small bird. Now, the two are inseparable. This boy found a small bird, abandoned and dying near his grandmother's house. After feeding and nurturing the bird back to health, he tried to set him free, but the bird named Abby decided to stay with him instead of flying away. I bought my dog 20 tennis balls. This was his face when I dropped them at the same time. Make your decision. Snapping makes $10 appear every time. Instantly obtain 10 million. Blue pill is the most optimal choice. While 10 million is a shit ton of money, being able to just summon $10 at will makes it easier to manage your spendings. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for... I not because of your reasoning though, but I would go for blue pill. I think it'll be easy to manage your money. With 10 million, if you just obtained it now, just don't be an idiot. Invested in like, I don't know, what do you call those things? I don't know. I'm gonna come back to this later, I just woke up. What's a thing that all men do, but never admit doing? Using telepathy to link a small portion of our minds together, so we can reduce the pain of getting our nuts hit. By dividing small portions of the pain to any man within a few meters, you be the judge. Not that any game should be rated fixated on the voluptuous of their characters' butts. Nor that it matters in any way to my enjoyment of the game, but I've played 200 plus hours of Starfield, and you clearly modded that person in that comparison. These kids were asked to slap a girl in front of them, and they said no because Jesus doesn't want us to hit others. I don't want to hurt her. Why? Because I'm a man? As the saying goes, girls shouldn't be hit, not even with a flower. I had two very attractive Sims, and they had a baby, but the kid was hideous, so I had it taken away. Then they had a daughter, and she was beautiful. But once she started school, she brought a friend home. It was the first kid. Something that haunts me is if I die tragically, I will be described in the news as mother of two, instead of a recovering alcoholic who once got kicked out of a bar and tried to return 5 minutes later, wearing a different sweatshirt. 10 years ago, Brian Griffin died. I was working at this place at the time, and we had this episode playing on the television, in the corner of the ceiling. My manager went, "No," in disbelief. Guys, I messed up badly. I've been in Japan for like 2 weeks, and went to a Texas-themed bar, because of course, they discovered my wife and I were Texan, and we were dragged to the front, and were forced to dance by a bar full of Texans. Everyone has a cowboy hat. Send help. How starved does a games community have to be to let this happen? What if this barrel was yellow? Top reasons to get married. Family saying, "That's my wife," and knock someone out in one punch. Love, I guess. This guy's ghost wrote this. I don't know who that is though. This is a safe space, ladies. Tell us about that time you did everything and he still didn't choose you. I cheated on my neurosurgeon husband with his plastic surgeon best friend. He found out and we separated. He moved to Seattle, and a few months later, I followed him and got a job at the same hospital he worked at, only for him to choose a medical intern over me. Girls with autism versus boys with autism. I have 12 plus credit cards with zero debt and a credit limit of 100k. I could max them all out, along with a large loan, and run away into remote Siberia, and live a very comfortable life in a cabin. I have a 60-page PDF on how I would do this. Just waiting on Starlink, Elon Musk. I saw ye in me dream. Was I getting treasure? Nay, then 'twas not me. I